Okay, I've had several students ask the question about inside jobs on reconciling democracy and economics. So I'll see if I can help you with that. Okay, first, just briefly, economics. Our system of economics is capitalism. What's the primary goal? Well, the primary goal is profit. That is the goal. So either we're making money or we're not. That's our economic system. But remember, we live in a democracy, and the democracy is the one that creates the rules for economics. So if we didn't have rules, it would be like going to a football game and one team had rules and one team didn't. Who would win? Well, the team that didn't have to play by the rules. So our political process is responsible for the rules that our economic system must function under. Just like going to any kind of sporting activity, in order to have a fair game, everybody has to do what? Play by the same rules. All right, so in inside jobs, now remember, in a democracy, there are certain characteristics of a healthy democracy. What is that? Accountability to whom? To the people. Transparency to whom? The people. Participation by the people. So there are a lot of characteristics of a healthy democracy. So when you're watching the film Inside Jobs and you're looking at government's role and you're looking at our economic system, what did you see throughout the entire film? The entire film is characteristic of key principles that undermine democracy, and that is conflict of interest, revolving door, and deregulation. So, in this particular case, Wall Street had no rules. They could do whatever they want. Now, can you imagine as a teenager? I'm sure you would love this, but as a teenager, I said to you, here's a brand new Maserati, and you don't have any rules. Go do whatever you want. Well, that's basically what we did. The feds, all the people in place in government refused to regulate. Well, they didn't just refuse to regulate. One of the reasons they refused to regulate is because of the revolving door. Many of them had originally been in private practice and then did what? Came and got a cushy job in government and created rules that would benefit the very industries they left, hence conflict of interest. So they revolve in and out of government and into the private sector. And when they revolve into government, they have a conflict of interest because they're going to represent industry. That's a fact. So they make the rules that make it favorable to industry. Then they go back out to industry and make a lot of money. That's how it works. Now, we saw through the revolving door, they get into office and they do what? They have a conflict of interest, right? And then they say, wait, we favor the industry that we came from, so let's take away all the rules. How about that? And what followed was deregulation. And you see throughout the film a series of revolving doors, conflicts of interest, and what they did, which was deregulate the industry. All those three things undermined our democracy. There was no accountability. There was no transparency. My God, these people haven't even paid a price yet. And they added $12 trillion worth of debt to this country. And as we speak, we are rolling back regulations once again. So hopefully that helps. So how do we reconcile economic system and our democracy? Democracy is supposed to create the rules. Our political system needs to create the rules. It did not. So what happened is our economic system of profit made all the decisions while government allowed it to happen. So the reconciliation between the two, It's the political process's responsibility to ensure public interest. And that did not happen. It was a complete failure. And people lost millions, never to recover again. So hopefully that helped you some.